Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Afro Gardener. Today I wanted to give you guys an update on the garden and let you guys know kind of what I'm going to be doing to gear up for the fall season. Let's get into it.
Dream of you Can I help it if I dream of you every night? Dream of you Can I help it if I dream of you every night? Dream of you Can I help it if I dream of you?
So today is September 3rd. And it's kind of sad because it seemed like in the blink of an eye the summer is over. Today, well, it says the forecast said it was going to be pretty much cloudy all day, and so but you can see the sun is out now. But it's supposed to be pretty much cloudy all day, and because it was cloudy, the wind was blowing and it was feeling very like fall-y, like fall-like. And I really do love fall. I love the way it feels outside. I really love just kind of the atmosphere. I really love fall, but I love summer more. But you can still have a garden for the fall, just because, you know, it's just going to be different. It won't be like the summer garden. You won't have those things that you can have during the summer months, you know, your tomatoes, peppers, and things like that. But you can still really have a really nice garden during the fall. The fall garden consists of a lot of greens, a lot of root vegetables, some frost hardy flowers, peas, and things like that. And so I've already started gearing up for the fall, but it is definitely not too late. It is not too late to get those fall crops in the ground or in your container. So yeah, this is my kind of my rough drawing of what I wanted to do. As you can see, I still have a lot of stuff that's still in the garden right now. I'm not playing with Tennessee weather because today it's really cool. It's very mild. It's not very hot. But tomorrow, the forecast, it could say that it's going to be cloudy and a lot of rain. But then you look out here and it'll be 95 degrees and I don't have time. So the method that I personally am going with, this is the first time I've tried this, is I'm leaving the taller things in for now. I'm leaving those things in for now, and I'm planting my fall seeds. What I've done is I've planted my fall seeds at the base of some of these taller plants to provide shade. Now, because I want to try this, it's something I've never tried. I didn't want to risk not getting anything. I didn't want to risk, you know, having my brassicas and things that I plant go to seed really quickly. So I started seeds and I have them on the porch just in case. Just in case the ones that I planted at the base of these plants just go to seed right away or whatever. I have the space to kind of play with it and do that, but if you don't, I would just start seeds in a container or somewhere where it can have some type of shade and just really keep them covered up until the temperature outside is going to be low enough to where the risk for bolting will be over. I hope that makes sense. That was a mouthful. I hope it makes sense, but I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. These okra plants right here are very tall. The bed that they're in is only about 6 inches high, and so they're about 4 feet high, and there's some in the back that are maybe a little bit taller than me. There's one I know that's taller than me, but the sun rises over here, and so as the sun rises, let me show you guys. The sun rises here, and so when you follow the trail of the sun, when it's over here, it casts a shadow over onto the bottom of the bed in this section right here. And so in these spaces, what I plan on doing is planting my carrots here in these 2 rows right here. Whenever you're planting for your fall garden, if you want to go ahead and you may not be able to, you may not have a space where you can put the seeds. All you have to do is just look for shaded areas in your garden. Look around, pay attention to where the sun is, and just look for shaded places in your garden. From over here, there's a lot of shade. Even when the sun is over here, I have a big tree here in front of me, and so it's not getting very much sun. This spot right here. So this is the perfect place to start carrots or beets or anything else that would be considered a fall crop. Now, with carrots, I would be a little bit more careful because they do require the soil to be a little bit cooler to germinate. So you could take like some cardboard or some plywood or something, and when you start your seeds, put that on top, and it'll keep moisture in the soil, and it will also keep the sun off of your seeds, so then they can germinate in the right conditions. This is another example of what I was talking about as far as finding shaded places. As you can see, there's a plant here in the middle, but it's broad and it has a lot of leaves and stems coming out from it. And so here at the base, I planted some walking stick kale seeds, and these are going to provide shade for these smaller plants. And whenever it's time to go ahead and pull this up, I'm just going to snip it here at the bottom. You see that? Just snip it here at the bottom, and just leave the root in there so I don't risk the chance of uprooting any of these plants. I think I'm going to probably go ahead and add one more seed right here, just to make the most of these square foot beds that I have here. And I still have everything is still producing really well. Here's some basil, and I just found little spots here to add little seeds. These are all like kales and things like that. So everything's doing really well still, and I won't be pulling out these ground cherries until they're completely finished. But I'm not going to pull them out. I'll just be snipping them there at the bottom, because whenever you pull them up, you'll be taking out all that soil and you'll have to replace it. Ooh, look. And it's ripe. In this section, I've already pulled up a bunch of the tomatoes. I'll be pulling these marigolds out soon, but I did want to keep them as far as the shade that I've been telling you guys about, because this right here is a perfect place to sow a seed here and over there, because it will provide a lot of shade and it'll be relatively cool underneath this big marigold plant. You see how big it is? And that's pretty much what I did, is just found little places. And this is just an example of what's been going on with my tomato plants. They've just really struggled and they're not really producing. So this will be coming out too. I haven't pulled it out yet, but this will be coming out too, and this one. But again, I'm just going to clip it at the bottom, and the roots and everything will decompose and just add to the soil. And just a little tip, this little black, I don't know if y'all can see it, this little black speck right there, let me zoom out, that little black thing there is poop. And so whenever you see something like that, one of these right here is not far behind. You can have the plant. I was finna pull it out anyway. You see it? These peppers, these jalapenos, and the cayennes are still going, and then these are still going as well. I'm going to be pulling these out soon after these last pepper plants kind of go ahead, and there's still some flowers. after they kind of finish up, I'm just going to pull them all out at once and plant some of the things that I already have planned to put in here. I got some tomatoes that are still green. I'm going to let them turn red before I go ahead and pull this whole plant out. Here in the last like 2 weeks, my plants have really just started struggling. And so it's been really difficult, and they're just like really sickly. And so, yeah. This one's still doing pretty well, so I'm probably going to leave this one. But these are the blue cream cherry tomatoes. I was excited about that. So, do y'all remember in my fall seeds video, it's one of the last videos that I did, I was talking to y'all about something that I was really excited about. The daikon radish. It has the nickname clay breaker, and I was really excited to plant it because I was like, let me see if it really breaks clay. And over here, I got a few over here. And they're doing really, really good. I planted these about 3 weeks ago, and so they're doing really, really good. And I'm really excited to see how they're going to have an influence on the soil, because this soil right here this is the in-ground, and I've had issues with this soil the whole time, like last year and this year. And so I'm really anxious to see how the daikon radish is going to have an effect on the soil. These are the seedlings that I started some weeks ago and have been keeping on the porch. Right here on my porch is a lot of shade, but the sun also comes over here, so they are getting the sun that they need. Once your seedlings get their second set of leaves, the second set of leaves are the true leaves, and once they get those, that's when they need sun. But before that, when they're in the stage where they only have their first 2 sets of leaves, they don't need sun. But I probably will still keep taking them down to the sidewalk to get a little bit more sun for about an hour at a time, or about like 30 minutes at a time, because I don't want them to get burnt up and dry out, because if they dry out, it's a wrap. So I just have these little plastic trays, and yeah, that's about what I've been doing. They've been doing really good. And so what I'll be doing is putting them in these bigger containers, and having them set up this way so they can go ahead and establish some good, strong root systems. If you weren't able to start a summer garden this year, a fall garden is definitely still an option for you, and it's just a lot different. If you haven't started, or you feel like you've missed the mark, you haven't. If you get that stuff in the ground or get that stuff started now, you still have time to have a garden. Definitely take a look at your first frost date. Here in Tennessee, our first frost date is October 18th, and it could happen on that date, it could happen before that, but that's what I'm going for. And that's why I decided to start all these things, because I really wanted to have a big fall garden. I really wanted to utilize all the space that I have access to in the back. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. As always, like, share, and subscribe. I know on some other videos I said that I'm going to be uploading every Wednesday and Friday, but that's a lot. It was a lot, and so I'm just going to be updating my channel once a week, every Friday. And so definitely look for my videos on Friday. Hit that bell so you know that it's up there. And yeah, so you guys have a great rest of the day. Be blessed, and I'll see you later.